grocery store.
Sucks.
It's not that bad. It's not as good as Seatown and Bay Ridge.
I bought that nectarine 2 days ago and it was ruined.
Okay.
And
their produce is always like on the verge of going out. So their produce, not the best. But they do have a pretty good selection and stock of things for Brooklyn.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know what I mean? Like
most grocery stores in New York are like tiny.
Yes, I used to joke, but you know they're tiny, and I used to joke ages ago that they won't have some of the most basic essentials, but you can get like 6 different kinds of agave syrup and pink Himalayan salt. Like they have all of these things to have multiple options for instead of some like really, anyway, okay, I digress. Anyway, the grocery store, their music, the volume is at the perfect level to where when you leave you're like singing a song and you're like, how did that get stuck in my head? It's the grocery store. You're singing whatever you heard in the grocery store every time.
It's perfectly calibrated, like some, DARPA experiments.
So anyway, tonight's dinner, welcome to the start of a new vlog, by the way. Tonight's dinner is the Pacific Rim salad. Was this a New York Times recipe?
I don't know. Probably it came from my mom, and it's a little more avant-garde than her old lady cookbooks.
And she likes a lot of New York Times recipes. But anyway, this is an Andrew family special. It's got pork loin, peaches, onion, spinach. What's in the dressing?
So there's like a marinade for the pork that's like soy sauce, water, rice vinegar, miso, and then you take some of that marinade and make the like dressing with it. So it's the dressing's got some other
stuff in it.
Yeah.
If I can find the link online, I'll put it in the description box for you. But we're also opening another bottle of wine, the third in my WINC box that I got. We're opening the Broad and Pattison Cabernet Sauvignon. So, getting ready to try this one. Did you sip it yet?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Gotta let it breathe, love.
This one is also really delicious. I like it a lot. It's got a very like fruity note to it for sure. It's a little bit sweeter than the first one. I think the first one is still hard to beat though. That one now in comparison I think is like a 5. This one I would give like a 4.
Well, I mean, you should compare like your Chardonnay to Pops.
Oh, well, Chardonnay de Pop is like off the charts. I wish they had Chardonnay de Pop. Maybe, I mean, they're adding new wines all the time though, so maybe someday they will add one. In which case, I'll just get like a box of 4 Chardonnay de Pops in the future. Yeah, no, this one's really good. It's a little bit sweeter. It's got like really bold fruity flavors, I feel. You guys, this is so exciting. I just sewed my first ever invisible zip. I ended up actually having to use my brother machine, the machine I used before I inherited my grandmother's Bernina, because I had the invisible zip presser foot, the invisible zip presser foot, and I don't have that for my Bernina, so I'm putting that on my wish list for future. But I just finished the invisible zip. It looks so good. Unfortunately, you can see where I mis-sewed the first one, which is a real shame, but it's gonna be dark. I'm not gonna be hard on myself about it. It is what it is. Here's what it looks like zipped up. You know, I'm tempted actually to maybe add some bones right here, one on each side. I wonder if that would look weird, because then the seam, like I could add like a stitching line right there, and it would look intentional. I ought to look at the zipper on the back of my inspiration dress to see how it looks, if I can find a picture of it. They may not show that detail, but yeah, first invisible zip I've ever done is in, and it's looking really good. I did a little try on and the fit is perfection. Unfortunately, I can't show you yet because there are no cups in it, but as soon as I finish it and can show you, I will. It's looking so good though. I'm really excited. I'm gonna pause here for tonight and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Back from my walk, showered, dressed. Thought I would show you my outfit of the day. I'm wearing this knits fabric, really pretty rib knit rust color skirt that I got from TJ Maxx last year. And then this soft corset that I made like right before mine and Andrew's trip to France. I really liked the pattern. I love the fabric. This is like my ultimate fabric. I bought more of it because I love it so much. To be honest, I don't think this was the right pattern for this fabric because it has all of these seams and architectural details of the corset that you can't really see because the print obscures the pattern details a lot because it's really busy. But yeah, I really like it. I want to make it again. I think I'd make it in a smaller size next time. It turned out a little bit too big when I first made it, and since doing my walks, I've lost a little bit of weight. So it's, yeah, it's a little bit roomy right now. Hopefully there's a way I can figure out how to fix it or take it in. It's a little bit tricky because it has like this curved hemline. So it's like if I take it in, it would be like really noticeable, I think, anywhere other than the side seam. But if I take it all in at the side seams, it's gonna like try to pull the straps off my shoulders. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to think about if there's a way I can fix this one a little bit. But yeah, and I saved it. I didn't even really finish it. Yeah, sometimes I can be terrible about the last details of things. Like all I had left was to finish this. Anyway, I digress. It is lunchtime right now, so I'm getting ready to prep another meal for the week. At the beginning of the week, I did this really good like barbecue chicken salad, and I'm really craving like summer staples. So I did barbecue chicken salad for the first 2 days of this week, and then for the rest of the week, I'm making like a Sloppy Joe's recipe. I'll leave both of those in the description box for you. So yeah, I just need to blitz a carrot and an onion and some other stuff in the food processor, and basically it's just to like dump it all in the pan and heat it up sort of thing. So really quick and simple. In the food processor, I have carrot, onion, garlic, and red pepper. So just mince this. Oops, almost forgot the mushrooms. And in the pan, I have some ground beef, and I'm just gonna add some Montreal steak seasoning. My nephew got me these little spatulas with the Mandalorian on it. I've never seen Star Wars, but I love Baby Yoda. Love him. He just seems like a mischievous little character. I feel a kindred spirit. My pet name from Andrew is based off of a Mandalorian meme. So it's pretty much perfect. All right, I'm adding my mixture to the pan. Red wine vinegar. Worcestershire sauce. It's way more than it calls for, but I love Worcestershire sauce. And then finally some tomato paste. We had some left over from a recipe we made earlier this week. Does anybody actually use a full can of tomato paste for anything? Why do they not make smaller cans of it? And then I'm supposed to cover this mixture, let it simmer on low for about 5 more minutes, and then it's ready. Could not be easier. So if anybody for some reason does not know what Sloppy Joes are, I don't know if that's an American thing, maybe, I don't know. You put this on a sandwich. So this goes on a bun.
lasagna?
I haven't looked at it yet. I'm not sure. What are you gonna get?
I was thinking fish and chips.
So Andrew and I are having a little date night tonight at this spot in Brooklyn called Lore, L-O-R-E. And we keep walking past it and wanting to try it and then just haven't made time. And so we decided we're gonna have a date night and go try it. So we're here. The menu looks really, really good. So far, the cocktails are incredible. This is insanely good. This is like a rye and rhubarb. This is like a rye rhubarb. What was the last thing that was in it? Do you remember? There's something else, but it's really, really good. And Andrew got a tequila and peas and lemon something. I don't know. It's really pretty. Ceviche, a dosa. Andrew got a tuna. This looks incredible. It smells so good.
Because I can't remember.
Okay, so my handmade outfit for the evening, I have the Friday Pattern Company Heather blazer on, made in an orange linen creamsicle fabric. Andrew calls this my 80s new wave blazer.
I do.
Boots are the Chiara Bonello pleated wide leg shorts or something like that, made in this amazing cotton candy pink polyester twill. And that's my outfit of the evening. That was
Very good.
delicious. I think that place is totally underrated. I don't know why we haven't heard more people talking about it. All the food was good. Absolutely nothing was mediocre. It was all delicious.
I loved how creative the cocktails were.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, you could see like the core idea of the cocktail. Like you got like kind of a Manhattan, but it was like very.
It's like a twist on classics.
Around.
Yeah, that seemed to be like their thing, where it's like twists on a classic. Good morning, everyone. Today I came on this morning to tell you, normally I catch up once I get back from the walk, but there is a chill in the air. There's a chill in the air. I'm underdressed right now. I normally just wear my cotton sports bra and the leggings that I've raved to you guys about. I hope you are loving them too. Yeah, there's a chill in the air. Hello, happy Friday.
Half day.
Yes, Brittany has come over. We do some co-working days occasionally when she's not out of town having a crazy summer and when I'm not having a crazy summer. But we try to do a co-working day once a week at each of our apartments in trade-off. And so she's over at my house this week. And today is Labor Day weekend. Well, it starts Labor Day weekend. And we have a half day of work today, or at least I do. Do you?
Yeah. I mean, no, but it'll be fine.
Half day of work today, and we're headed out to go for lunch after working this morning. We're going to this place called the Clear Cafe. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right because my French is like blah, but it looks really good. A cute little French cafe place that I haven't tried before. And then we're gonna have like a little crafty afternoon, or at least I am. I'm not sure what you're doing during that time. And then we're
Maybe on my own.
And then we're gonna go do some like rooftop bar hanging and looking cute. So that's our plan. No, I kind of do. I want to check it out. Adorable. Everything on this menu looks delicious. I'm going for the matzo baguette sandwich, mozzarella, tomato, and pesto. And Brittany, you're getting the couleur.
Yeah, however you say it.
Yes. Ham, avocado, Gruyere, pickled onion, carrot. That sounds so good. And chipotle mayo. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The classic Brittany wave. That kind of reminded me. I really would love the idea of. So Brittany and I are at West 4th Street.
Right in the wave again.
Yeah, the Brittany wave.
In the wave.
We are going to the Azul rooftop. What was the name? What Azul? What though? It was like Azul something. I don't know. Some rooftop bar that we researched and decided looked really cool. So we're gonna see if they're open or not, or if there's like a event. A lot of times companies book out these places for company events.
Yeah.
Or not just companies.
Like Labor Day party.
Yeah, whoever. Yeah. So we're gonna try that first, and if that's not available, I'm just like looking at myself because my makeup looks so good right now. I need to keep that in mind. Maybe it's wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to check that out, and if that doesn't work, then we're gonna go to some other place. But
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna be squinting a little bit because I'm looking into the sun, but we made it, and this bar's view is insane. It's so beautiful. So Brittany's come back with the drinks. I've got a Moscow Mule essentially, and you've got something called I Love New York. Very pretty. Cheers. This view, this sunset. Stunning.
And the moon.
I know. Moon up there. Lady Libs right there. So oh, these summer streets. We left the rooftop bar. Sunset was over and we watched it all. It was magical. Oh, so beautiful. And now I told Brittany I really need to go in search of a Sephora because I need to stock up on some wedding makeup that I really want to get. So we're walking to a Sephora to hopefully catch them before they close at 9. We still have like an hour and a half. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so we're just walking through. I guess we're like Tribeca right now, Soho-ish area. Beautiful holiday weekend. Streets closed to cars, people spilling out into the streets with the restaurants. It's just wonderful summer evening. Stocking up on stuff for the wedding. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday. Andrew's making us toad in the holes for breakfast because the ones he made last weekend were so good that I've requested them again. Something about them just so pure and
A little childlike.
I don't know, yeah, and just like the basics, and it's good. Hello. So I figured I would show you guys what I got yesterday at Sephora. I have a lot of makeup items that I am like out of now or about to run out of, and then also I wanted to pick up something specific for wedding makeup. A lot of these just top-ups that I will use for the wedding. So okay, here's what I got. So this is something I've ran out of like completely, and it's my favorite moisturizer. I've been terrible about moisturizing in general lately, so I need to be better about that because my skin is really dry. But this is the Clinique Moisture Surge. I've been using this for a few years because I used to use the Clinique Dramatically Different moisturizing lotion, you know, like the yellow classic one. And then I tried this one in a sample and it was incredible, like an overnight difference that you could notice. It was crazy. Yeah, I absolutely love this. I've been using it for a few years now. It's a holy grail item for me. The next one is also a repurchase. I was using the Lancome Lashy Doll mascara for a little bit there, and it wasn't my favorite. People really hyped it up. I didn't love it, so I decided to go back to my old mascara that I used to use, and it is still a Lancome mascara, but I prefer the one called Hypnos Drama. That one I think is the best one. I've been using that for several years now, like really since high school. So I don't know, like 15 years now. And it is my favorite. It's, again, the Lancome Hypnos line. This one's my favorite. I think it's better than the Lancome Lashy Doll mascara. Then I needed a top up of my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer. Longest name ever, but I've been using this for about 2 years now, and I really do love it. I get a brighter concealer than my actual complexion because I typically just like to use this in like my under eye area to brighten that a little bit, but this is a really great concealer. I love that. And then some new stuff that I've never purchased before, so things for the wedding. This one I'm considering returning because I actually don't do lip stuff very often, and to spend $24 on a lip liner, like, I get that it's a long lip pencil, it takes a long time to go through these, so I understand that, but I just don't do lip stuff very often, so I just don't know if I'm going to really see the return on my investment on like price per use for this, because I just don't do lip things very often. But I got it because it's like a Your Lips But Better kind of shade, like a really natural shade. I don't want to open it again because I might return this. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see. But this, sorry, I didn't even tell you what it is. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Pillow Talk, and it's just a lip liner, but it's a really like good popular lip liner that beauty bloggers have loved, honestly, for like a decade. The next one that I wanted to try, because my favorite beauty YouTuber, Alana Davidson, she loves and recommends this and uses it all the time. It's the Benefit Professional Setting Spray, and I want a setting spray. I use a setting spray occasionally, but I have one from a brand called Morphe, and it's okay, but it's really, really old, honestly. It's probably time to switch it out because it's probably over 5 years old at this point. So I decided to get the Benefit Professional Setting Spray because Alana Davidson recommends it, and everything that I've ever purchased on her recommendation has been a 10 out of 10. I just love her reviews. I think her skin type must be really similar to mine. She talks about dry skin issues a lot as well, so I really wanted to give this a try specifically for the wedding day, but also because I use a setting spray occasionally. It's definitely not an everyday use. It's more like maybe a once every 1 or 2 weeks kind of use. Like whenever I do makeup and I'm going out for the day and I want to make sure it looks pretty all day and stays, then I'll use a setting spray. But for like everyday use, I don't really care when I'm just around the house. And then this was my splurge item. I swatched one of the shades in the store and it was beautiful. It's like the perfect shade for the wedding day. But I was like, oh, do I really want to spend this much money? Because I only really want the one shade in it. But then I looked at the palette, and the actual, like, every shade in the palette is actually really, really good. And I do love Huda Beauty. I use their cream contour product, and it's my favorite contour product that I've tried. It's like contour or bronzer. It could kind of be both. And I love the Huda Beauty, cream contour. Another Alana Davidson recommendation. So the swatches, when I swatched the palette, the shades were all so pigmented. It was incredible how much product it picks up with just a tiny little swipe. So I feel like I'm really gonna get my use out of it. And I love kind of these more neutral-y shades like the browns and the taupes, but it's this shade right here, Energized, right there. This is the one that like blew me out of the water. It's so gorgeous. So you're like, you know what? I'll use this. I love purples. I do love pinks occasionally. Oh my gosh, I just barely accidentally touched the shade and you can see like how much product it picked up just from like barely touching it. So the product is really, really nice. I love it. So I'm excited about it. There's one in here that's really strange. It's this one right here called Lovestone. It's like gel looking almost. What happens when we touch it? Let's see. Oh, pretty. It's like a super iridescent shimmer. It like creates like a shine. That is so cool. Oh, love that. Yeah, that's really neat. So I love the combo. of the metallics with the more matte colors, because I don't want to use metallics every single day by any means, but this one was like the perfect topper for a wedding day color. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's like kind of right in the middle. I think it does air slightly into the warmer side, and I do have warm undertones on my skin, so I just think it was a really good palette, worth the money. And that was the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. So this one was my splurge item, but excuse me. This was definitely my splurge item, but I'm really excited about it. So yeah, that's what I got from Sephora. A wonderful little haul. Again, most of it top-ups of stuff I've been using for a long time. All right, that's my little Sephora haul. I'll check in with you guys later. So I'm in the sewing room right now working on the DIY wedding dress. I did work on it for a little bit yesterday, but I didn't show you because Brittany and I were over here and we were just like chatting with my other BFF, Callie, on the phone, so we were busy, but I worked on it a lot yesterday. I sewed the lining into the bodice, so that's exciting. I'm understitching it right now, so it's not like completely finished, but yeah, working on the wedding dress, so it's exciting, coming along. Now that I've got the lining of the dress in a decent place, I'm starting work on the cups. So the cups have, as with the bodice, 2 layers, because the front is the silk organza and then the back is the silk crepe. The organza is too see-through on its own, obviously, so I'm attaching these to use as the front layer. And then there's no real lining as such when you do the Rose Cafe Bustier with foam cups in it. Like, this sort of acts like the lining. So these are the lining pieces. These are the foam pieces that I've cut out of the same pattern. And all of this is kind of detailed in that tutorial that I linked in my last video, where she shows herself how she does this hack of the Rose Cafe Bustier dress. So now I am just kind of stitching the 2 layers together of the front so that they won't like slip around too much when I'm working with them later. Just makes it easier for me. So that's what I'm doing right now. So just a little update. I've sewn the foam cups. This is what they will look like on the inside of the dress. And then I've sewn the outer side of the cups, which will be on this side. I have to be honest, the cups look a little big. So I feel like I'm just gonna trust the pattern and go with it, because I've sewn the Rose Cafe Bustier several times before, but this looks really big. Maybe once the seam allowance is eaten in right here, it will be better, but I don't know. I'm fingers crossed, you know, I'll just be careful. Maybe I'll baste it first to see what I think before committing to it. But I'm gonna pause here for the day. I've gotten a lot done. I've did all the cups. I haven't like constructed the pieces separately. I haven't attached anything to the dress yet, but it's coming along. So I'm gonna pause on that. And right now I'm in the bathroom because I really want to do a little face mask right now. It's been a long time since I've done one and my skin just feels really dry. It just needs moisturizing, probably because I ran out of my moisturizer and I haven't moisturized it in a few days. So yeah, it just needs like an extra boost. So I'm going to show you the 2 masks that are like my #1 faves. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, then you know I am in love with the Queen Helene Mint Julep mask. This is so inexpensive and affordable, and I stumbled upon it years ago, like I don't even know, college years. And I just really needed a face mask because my face was just super angry. I bought this one on a whim. I was like, this one looks all right, in a Walgreens, and it was incredible. It's like one of those overnight difference products. Like, you notice it immediately, and really inexpensive. So this one's really good. It's more for like cleansing, clarifying, but I feel like it also soothes and calms down like really inflamed skin. So yeah, I really, really love this one. And then this is my favorite sheet mask, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Hydrogel Mask. To be honest, I don't really like purchasing a bunch of sheet masks in general. Like, I think they're fun and I like them, but of course everything is disposable with it. So I would really like to find a hydration mask because dry skin is like my #1 skincare concern, really. So I would love to find like something like this that has like a multi-use product rather than disposable, but I do really, really like these. Just decided I would like to make this let's make it a full-on spa sesh. So I'm getting out here. Let me get this set up so you can see it. So of course you can just do a face mask like on its own, but if you have a facial steamer, like one of my close friends, she got really into the facial steamer and then got me and my other friend Brittany, who you saw yesterday, hyped up on the facial steamer. So we got one during COVID times, and yeah, they're amazing. It's like you basically just fill the cartridge with water, and then it heats up, and then it will produce steam, which will open up your pores. And then after that, anything that you put on your face immediately like sinks in better because your pores are all nice and open. So it's a really good idea to do like a facial steaming session before a face mask or before you put on lots of like moisturizers or serums and stuff like that, because they will sink in so much better than if you didn't use the facial steamer. So the one I have is from Vanity Planet. I really like it. Again, I'll leave everything that I'm talking about linked in the description box if you are interested, but yeah, I really like it. So let's fill this up with water. So this is what the cartridge looks like. And there's a min-max line in it, so I'm not gonna overfill it, okay? And then you just slide the water cartridge into the unit, and then I will plug this in and then sit like on the couch with this like angled at my face until it's done. It usually takes around, I don't know, like 15 minutes to do the full steam effect, and it's just really relaxing. It's honestly like going to a spa, like getting a facial. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do the sheet mask, the Neutrogena hydrating sheet mask. So then I'll get like the full effect of the sheet mask because my pores will be nice and open from the facial steamer. To be honest, I don't use the facial steamer like a ton. I really do like it, but I just don't think to do it a lot. My skincare habits are honestly not the best. It's something I've been like trying to improve over the years. But yeah, I just need to like attach it to some sort of routine. When it comes to routines and starting new habits, by the way, I've not forgotten about that video. I do want to make that video for you guys. So many of you requested when I was talking about like, I have a lot of thoughts and ideas about how to establish and make new habits and how to reach your goals and stuff like that. Like I have a lot of thoughts around that. But one of the like big things that you can do to be successful at a goal is attaching any new goal to an existing routine, because then it's something that's already established, so you can like get in the habit of doing it with something that you already do quite often. And the problem with the facial steamer is that I haven't like attached it to any sort of routine. I need to put it in my calendar, like maybe Wednesday nights is the night that I do the facial steaming session and a face mask or something like that, you know, because I don't really do them that often, like hardly ever. It's like a special occasion kind of thing. So yeah, I just need to make a routine for it, essentially. All right, I'm gonna plug this in. Looks like Jafar is joining me over here. And then that's gonna heat up, and when it's ready, steam will start flowing out. So I'm going to queue up a YouTube video, kick back and relax and enjoy a facial steam once it gets started. Oh yeah, look, see, look, you can see it. So now it's ready, and I'll just like hold this in my lap and angle it at my face. You don't want it to get too close because the steam is hot. But yeah, just angle it at my face. Jafar moved away. I don't think he likes it. Okay, so the steamer shut off. Now I'm gonna grab the face mask and relax with the face mask. And here we have this super attractive face mask. Ooh, sliding down. Oh, I love this one though, it's so cooling. Absolutely no vlogging has taken place yet today, guys. Wait, where's the Brittany wave? Excuse me. So today we decided to organize a little fun excursion to go tubing on the Delaware River over in like the Lambertville, New Hope area, New Jersey and Pennsylvania borders. We try to go at least once a summer and we did not go last year, so we're finally getting a chance to go this year, so we're headed there right now. We finished tubing for the day. Now we are in a nearby town called Lambertville. It's amazing. Too hard to bite that one. A nearby town called Lambertville to get a early dinner / late lunch. But we have to wait for a little while, so we stopped to get ice cream sandwiches instead because they're amazing, and we're gonna stop. I know, so good. Which one did you get again?
Coffee toffee.
Coffee
Caramel
toffee.
coffee toffee.
Caramel coffee toffee.
Yeah.
Key lime pie, and Andrew got a peanut butter brownie one.
Yeah, there's like actually a brownie on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh crap.
Delish. So while we wait, we're gonna be eating our ice cream sandwiches and then stopping by the little antique shop that's right across the street. That's really cute. A bird living within a bird. Some clips for We are back from the grocery. Andrew has gone off to play games at the gaming club with his friends today, and so I'm at home gonna have a very loungy sewing day today. Maybe not even any sewing, maybe just lounging. I started watching Making the Cut on Amazon Prime, and I am loving that, so maybe I'll watch that. Anyway, I'm in the kitchen right now making myself some lunch. I found a new YouTube channel that I've really been enjoying, and she shares a lot of healthy cooking recipes, and there's this one that looked really good that I wanted to try, so let me share it with you. It would actually be vegan friendly if it weren't for the mayo. So if you used Vegenaise in the sandwich instead of like regular mayo, then it's a vegan dish. But basically it's a sandwich that has a base of chickpeas that have mayo, apple cider vinegar, and Dijon like mixed up together, like mash, essentially. It's almost like if it were a chicken salad or an egg salad, but chickpeas are the base. And then this is gonna be on a sandwich with avocado, red pepper, cucumber, sprouts, and then I'm gonna put some salted pepitas on it. It's like a nut, like some nuts, and yeah, that's what the dish is. And it looked really, really good on her YouTube, so I'm trying that out today. I'll report back on what I think. Really good. Really good. I have watched several hours of Making the Cut, season 3. I finished everything that I could. So now that I'm caught up on that, I'm in the sewing room right now working on the wedding dress, and I'm working on the cups for the wedding dress. Let me show you. So I have attached the self to the cup, foam cup and lining. And as I suspected, the foam looks way too big and it doesn't match the size of the cup. When I cut the foam cup, I did cut it without the seam allowances because when you're sewing the foam version together, you're just butting up the edges and zigzag stitching right next, the pieces next to each other. But even without the seam allowance, this foam cup is too big. I'm gonna trim it down and I'm just gonna hope for the best because looking at the fabric cup, this one looks more right. Just comparing it to my bras and, you know, other kind of like bustier patterns and stuff, the foam cups just looked too big. So I'm honestly a little relieved to see this. I'm going to stitch down the fashion fabric to the foam cup, and then I'm gonna trim off that excess, and I think that will be fine. Okay, so there's a bittersweet dilemma going on here. I sewed the cups in. Guys, I am honestly not proud. I don't like how it looks right there. I think it looks messy, but I did it twice and it still looks like this. When it's on, you honestly can't, it doesn't look as bad as it does, I feel, when I'm looking at it right here, but I don't know what more to do. The bittersweet part of this dilemma is that when I trimmed the cups, clearly they don't fit into the spot properly. So I guess the outer shell was too small and the larger cup was what actually, like larger cup meaning the lining of the foam fits the area, would have fit the area nicely. But then when I've tried it on, the cups fit perfectly. And the Rose Cafe Bustier does air a little too big on the cups for me. And all the other ones I've made, kitty, no thank you. So I think I'd rather have a dress that fit me really well in the cups, because I think what I can do, because this is gonna have straps, I can put straps here and it will look more natural that they don't match up right here. I promise it actually looks really good when it's on. It's just, I hate the stitching. I hate it, but I don't really know what more I can do. I like pinned it within an inch of its life. I did it twice. I'm just gonna have to say you can't see it from a moving train and move on, but it is kind of a bummer. The next steps are going to be to add the illusion mesh to the middle here, and this is gonna be tricky. I think I should really hand sew a lot of this stuff. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna go about doing this because this is deviating from the pattern quite a bit. So we'll see how this turns out. And then after that, I'll need to do straps, and then it's hemming, and then whatever kind of appliques that I decide to do. But the fit is so good. It looks really, really nice on. I'm going to pause here because I feel myself getting frustrated with it, and that's just a point where I need to walk away for a little while. So I'm going to pause for the night and come back to it another day, maybe tomorrow.